Hey there, YouTube! Today I'm going to be talking about synthetic wigs. So this video today is going to be sort of twice as helpful to everybody because it's going to cover, of course, doll wigs, that's what we're here for, but also everything I'm saying here works for human wigs as well. This is particularly good if you're a cosplayer because most cosplay wigs are synthetic. So what are synthetic wigs? There's two major kinds of synthetic wigs. There's normal synthetic fibers and then there's heat resistant, which is also usually called Kanekalon. It's a Japanese-made fiber and it comes in a lot of different qualities, so you kind of have to watch out what you're getting. The main differences are normal synthetic hair cannot be restyled. It will melt under heat, and well, really the only way to style it is to use hair products. It's also usually not as nice of a quality, and once a wig is ruined, it's pretty ruined. Heat-resistant fiber, also called Kanekalon, is a Japanese-made fiber, and it comes in a few different qualities. However, the main thing is it is heat resistant. You can style it with boiling water, hair straighteners, hair dryers, any sort of heat source. Some examples of heat resistant fibers that have been styled are the back of Sonnet's wig. The girl I bought this from just had a weft of synthetic hair stuck inside this fur wig, and then she curled it with a small mini curling iron. Now it's a bit messy now because Sonnet's been wearing it quite a lot, but the best part is I can restyle this. I can keep restyling it until the end of time, basically, because this is a high quality Kanekalon. Another good example I find are the wigs from Leek World. Both Toby and Amelia are wearing Leek World wigs. They're a Korea-based company. They sell both normal synthetic fibers and Kanekalon heat-resistant wigs. Toby's, actually, I styled these little front tendrils here, thingies. They used to be curled up at the back of his head, and all I did was pour some boiling water on them to straighten them out. With Amelia's, I haven't really done anything to hers. However, my cat got a hold of this wig once and essentially destroyed it. It was a poof ball. So that will take me to the next thing about Kanekalon fibers, which is they are easy to restore. So yes, my cat got a hold of this, and it was a giant puffball. So what you want to do to restore these kind of wigs is put them in some lukewarm water, get some conditioner, just normal hair conditioner that you'd use in the shower, and saturate it and rub it through the hair. That will give it its shine back and get rid of a lot of the frizz. Then what you're going to want to do is brush, and this is very important. If you can invest in a wig brush, do so. If not, I like to use a big toothbrush kind of thing, only because it doesn't pull out a lot of the hair, and it gets rid of knots pretty easy. I also have smaller combs if some knots are giving me trouble, but I find that one works on my cosplay wigs very well, so I tend to use it. So this is important. You have to brush from the bottom up. Get the knots out as you go up. Do not start at the top because you'll rip out the fibers, and then you'll really have a ruined wig. So I basically restored her wig almost to its former glory. It's still a bit frizzy. I could still work on it a little bit, but I'm pretty happy with how it came out. Now, there's lots of things you can do with Kanekalon fibers. You can even make your own wigs. You can buy Kanekalon loose, like this. You want to see this 100% Kanekalon. I buy this from a store called buyhair.co.uk. It's very cheap. It's only a couple dollars for a pack of this. And what I usually tend to do with these is make synthetic dreadlocks. And I do these for humans, and I'd like to do them for dolls too. But this is a prime example of how much you can mess with Kanekalon and it will still survive. I have a few different examples. So this is just a basic thick dreadlock. This huge mess is some long ones that I made. These are candy canes, so you can also mix fibers. And this is a prime example of how much Kinecolon fibers can take. These are curly dreads. So I have not only backcombed these to heck, then dumped boiling water over them to seal them, then wrapped them around curtain rods and done a boiling water treatment again to curl them. So these are great hair falls, actually. This just shows you how much these fibers can take and how much you can abuse them and they'll still hold up. And these are very, very strong and they'll always bounce back to their shape. Now if I want to straighten these again, I can do a boiling water treatment again, just let them hang and they'll be straight. And I can pretty much do that forever. A perfect example of a cheap wig. And I'm using a human wig for this so you can really see the difference. This is a cheap Halloween wig. I can't restore this. It got so knotted so quickly. It's not got a nice shine. And I cannot restore this because if I were to heat this, it would melt. Also, on the inside, this is made in China. And I bought that just for one Halloween costume one year. Now this one I'm going to show you. This is kind of a medium quality Kinecolon wig. This is kind of like the fibers I make my dreads out of. It's not super silky. It's a bit rough to the touch. This is what's good for backcombing. This is probably not the best choice for doll wigs. This one is Japanese fibers, however it is made in China. So this is a bit of the cheaper quality stuff that is not what you'd really want to use because it does rad up pretty easily, and while it can be fixed with just a brush, it's going to take a little more restoring to get it back to its former glory. Now this last one is a higher quality wig. It's got a nice natural shine to it. You'll also, if you buy this in loose fibers, it's usually called silky Kinecolon or silky straight. And this is very natural, it's very light, it feels like real hair, it's a bit silky. When I've styled this quite a few times, it has held a bit of a crimp because I've had it in a braid for a few years, but this is Japanese fibers made in Japan. The main thing you're going to look for, you want stuff that's made in Japan. It's generally better. Because it is a Japanese developed fiber, Japanese companies usually do a better job in making it. And you can actually find these fibers for pretty cheap on eBay, so if you are looking to make your own doll wig, it won't take a lot. You won't even need one of those full packages I showed you. And yeah, this is a nice high quality. It's comparable to this. So that's all I can really tell you about synthetic wigs. If you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them. If you'd like to learn how to work with synthetic hair a little more, maybe I can do a tutorial for you. Just give me a shout and I will do my best to answer all your questions. And I hope you learned a bit about styling your doll wigs as well as your cosplay wigs. So thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.